try to pry it loose, but the stone won't move, and I wanna try to rip it out, but I've grown to love this thing too much. Have I become the man that I hated once, or have my thoughts become clouded by things I used to fear the most? And is my heart full of the ashes I heard about? Have I become the missing person I've been trying to get you all to forget? Buried alive now, buried alive now, buried alive now, cover your eyes now, buried alive now, buried alive now, cover your eyes now.
Good morning. My name's Dr. John Granito. I'm the Dean for the College of Osteopathic Medicine at California Health Sciences University. It's my distinct pleasure to welcome you to this Class of 2028 White Coat Ceremony. I have to ask, will you please silence your electronic devices, and I'll remind you that we have professional photographers here so that you're welcome to take photos from your seat, but please remain in your seats and not come down to the front. The ceremony is also being broadcast live on our YouTube channel, and you'll be able to see that afterwards as well. I'll ask you all now to rise for the processional of the Valley's newest medical students. Standing as I now invite our very own a cappella group, the Vocal Cords, to present the national anthem conducted by Dr. Ronald Yanato, an alum from the class of 2024. The Vocal Cords is a group of medical students composed from all 4 classes of CHSU. Thank you, Dr. Ragnonato, for a wonderful rendition of the national anthem and all of the students represented in the a cappella group. You may all be seated at this time. It's my honor to first welcome our university trustees who are in attendance this morning, Pam Freeman-Fobbs and Peter Smits. I also welcome the faculty, staff, and the guests of our students in the class of 2028 for the white coat ceremony. Now, to the students in the class of 28, thank you for your diligence so far in your studies. It's just been a few weeks already, but the seriousness that you've taken is well recognized. And I know yesterday's exam and last night's dreaming may have made you rethink which arteries make up the palmar arch. And I'm quite certain studying the piriformis syndrome this week comes in handy as you're sitting there in your seats. It was just a few months ago where the faculty interviewed you, recommended you to be admitted to the class of 28, and you're here for a reason. I'm confident you'll meet that challenge. I'm also very proud that the CHSU community of student doctors in all four classes, as well as yours, better represents the diversity of the population that surrounds us here in the Central Valley and the one we serve through the university's mission and our community's focused efforts on diversity, equity, and inclusion in medicine. With our recent announcement about our full accreditation and our successful inaugural class residency match, you joined CHSU COM at the right time to begin the legacy going forward. Let me take a few moments and talk about white coats and why are we wearing white coats and why we have white coat ceremonies. So long white coats used to be only worn by scientists, and it was a practical matter. It protected their skin and their clothing when they worked in the lab so they wouldn't spill things on themselves. And during that same time period, physicians didn't wear white coats. They wore formal attire: black frock coat, black pants, a white shirt, a gold vest, a gold pocket watch in their vest pocket. Mostly physicians made house calls to their patients' homes, and this formal wear was what was expected from families and from the nurses who went along with their physicians. At that time, medicine was just practiced by tradition, by apprenticeship, and there was very few formal schools. Tradition was how medicine was practiced rather than on actual scientific evidence. Then in the early 1900s, along came scientific discoveries like the germ theory, developed and then proven, and is the basis for what we now use to develop vaccines 100 years later. In fact, in 1910, medical education was overhauled and standardized with rigorous curriculum put in place, adding research labs, clinical experiences, and formal courses that students had to take. That caused a disturbance in the way some schools operated. Some schools that were diploma mills didn't subscribe to these new rigors of curriculum, and they closed. And medical degrees that had been previously obtained through apprenticeships were no longer sanctioned. So as that transition occurred, to distinguish themselves from the older doctors, these newer doctors who graduated from these rigorous curricular schools started wearing long white lab coats so that they too would be seen as professional and science-based. And that was a signal that medicine was now based in real scientific principles, and it became the official costume worn on stage by physicians. So we're having a white coat ceremony. The actual white coat ceremonies started about 30 or 40 years ago at Columbia University. Although the University of Chicago claims they were the first to hold one, there's some controversy who held the first one in 1989. A big grant money is given by the Arnold P. Gold Foundation to support events like this financially. And in the United States, most medical schools have a white coat ceremony and receive a pin from the Arnold Gold Foundation, which students will get from me today. The Gold Foundation exists to promote the teaching of professionalism and medical ethics as part of all medical school curriculum. And conducting a white coat ceremony like this is the first step in that attempt to honor the legacy of the Arnold P. Gold Foundation. The ceremony signifies the beginning of your medical student journey, which will ultimately end when you receive your long white coat as you enter residency training. And that's the history of the white coats and why we celebrate and have these ceremonies. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Donna Cashton, D.O. Dr. Cashton is the immediate past president of the Osteopathic Physicians and Surgeons of California, the OPSC. Dr. Cashton has joined us today to deliver her special welcome to the class of 2028. You can read her bio in the program, and we're proud to have her here today and her passion to advance and support osteopathic medicine in the state of California. Dr. Cashton.
Thank you for the honor of speaking to you all today. I'd like to extend a heartfelt thanks to CHSU for this opportunity. I got to have a tour of the school about a year ago, and I'm very impressed with the state-of-the-art facility you have. And now that I've met some of the faculty, you have all made an amazing choice in schools. As a representative of the Osteopathic Physicians and Surgeons of California, I stand here on behalf of our board of directors and our members to wish you all the very best as you proceed in your medical training and in your future endeavors. OPSC's mission is to engage, educate, and advocate for the osteopathic physicians at all stages of their careers, starting with you right here, right now. Today's white coat ceremony is much more than just a tradition. It's a symbol of the trust that will be placed in you by your patients and a reminder of the responsibility you now shoulder as future doctors. Wearing this coat represents your dedication, hard work, and the commitment you've made to the art and science of medicine. In the past few months, I've been reminded of the importance of ceremonies and life's milestones. Since speaking at another white coat ceremony over a month ago, I've attended 3 weddings and a funeral. That was a movie, by the way. Each event, a gathering of people to mark significant transitions in life. Today's ceremony is similar, as it represents a major milestone in your journey to becoming a physician. And I'm thrilled to see you sharing this moment with your family, friends, and loved ones. I still remember my own white coat ceremony 34 years ago, though it was much simpler back then, just us in a classroom with a quick donning of the coat and a recitation of the oath. While the ceremony itself was brief, The feelings of awe, pride, and excitement were immense. You've all worked tirelessly to reach this point, and today is a celebration of your dedication. Take a moment to enjoy the accomplishment and to reflect on the journey that brought you here and the commitment you've made to your future patients. When I first put on my white coat, its pockets were filled with books, tools, and essentials, like the Sanford Guide, a stethoscope, reflex hammer, even an address book where I would jot down key information in alphabetical order so I could refer to it. As the years went on, the pockets got emptied little by little, the things in the pockets transitioned, and the white coat got longer, and then mine was eventually put in a closet. In today's world, while much of what you might need might fit into an app on your phone, the white coat remains a symbol for your accomplishments and your readiness and dedication to patient care. As you move forward in your medical journey, remember that your white coat grants you more than just access to medical knowledge. It opens the door to the stories and experiences of your patients and the respect of those around you. You will feel prepared to answer questions asked by preceptors, interns, residents, and attendings, and pull from the didactic first 2 years, role-playing on patient interactions and scenarios, and then you meet a patient. You may think that all goes out the window when they raise something you might not have expected, which they always do. But each patient interaction is an opportunity to grow and expand your knowledge base as you apply what you have previously learned. Patients will be your best teachers. Look your patients in the eye, listen deeply, and remember that sometimes the greatest healing comes from simply making someone feel heard. In my own practice, I've had the privilege of experiencing the profound impact of osteopathic training. Once, I palpated a young patient's thyroid during a routine check for her abdominal pain. I felt a small lump. That discovery, after an ultrasound, led to a diagnosis of cancer. It was very small. The patient's oncologist was amazed that it had been caught so early, and when he asked the patient how it was discovered, the patient proudly said, "She's an osteopathic physician, that's why." The skills you're developing now will serve you throughout your career in ways you can't even imagine. There's many, many more stories than that. As you progress through this demanding journey, I want to remind you of something equally important, the relationships you build along the way. Currently, you are fortunate to have the opportunity to attend classes in person and interact with your peers. Take advantage of this. Some of the best friends you will ever have are likely sitting right next to you. They are the only ones who will truly understand the trials and triumphs you'll experience in the coming years. Cherish these friendships as they will become a lifeline through the rigorous training ahead. I can speak from personal experience. One of my dearest friends from medical school and residency is sitting here today as a family member, watching her daughter receive the white coat. These friendships last a lifetime and enrich not only your career, but your entire life. As you navigate the challenging road ahead, don't forget to nourish yourselves. Feed your body, feed your soul. Whether it's through exercise, an outdoor walk, spending time with loved ones or friends, or quiet moments of reflection, remember that you cannot care for others unless you care for yourself first. Know that you are never alone. You have support systems in place, your school, your teachers, your family, your friends. Lean on them when you need to. This journey is challenging, but it can be also deeply rewarding. As you wear your white coats today, know that you are joining a community of healers committed to passionate, patient-centered care. Whether or not you choose to specialize in manipulative medicine, your osteopathic training will make a difference in every patient you encounter. And again, I thank you for choosing osteopathic medicine, whether you sought this path intentionally or simply wanted to pursue medical school. You've made an excellent choice. The Osteopathic Physicians and Surgeons of California proudly donate these white coats to you as a symbol of your new journey. Embrace lifelong learning and growth. Remember, OPSC is here to support and advocate you as well throughout your career starting now. We encourage you to join as a student member. It's free, and there's leadership opportunities for those interested. Congratulations again. I know you'll all look amazing in your white coats. Wear them with pride and purpose. I look forward to seeing the great things you will accomplish.
So I'm going to thank Dr. Cashton, not just with a handshake, but a plaque that says, presented to Dr. Donna Cashton with great appreciation from the CHSU Com Class of 28 for representing the OPSC at our white coat ceremony, and it has a picture of you all on the first day of med school. So here we are. Once again, recognizing that she represents the OPSC, and you'll notice on your white coats the patch on your sleeve from the Osteopathic Physicians and Surgeons of California. The OPSC donates white coats to all 3 colleges of osteopathic medicine in California. And now we'll begin the presentation of the white coats. I'm going to invite once again Dr. Cashton to the podium to coat the first student, which has been our tradition all along. And our new tradition is the second student will be coated by Dr. Varsha Swamy, class of 2024, our Alumni Association co-president. Following Dr. Swamy and Dr. Cashton, the following faculty members will participate in the coating, including Drs. Sandeep Grewal, Dr. Jared Hamying, Dr. Sidney James, Dr. Jan Pryor, Dr. Paula Scariati, and also during this time, Dr. Duke Chung will be announcing the student names. Let's begin.
Greetings, class of 2028. Congratulations. It's my honor to be here with you to celebrate with you. So like Dr. Granado had talked about, the first student will be coated by OPSC President, Dr. Donna Cashton. Student is Jan Nathan Abestia. Our second student will be coated by CHSU alumnus and co-president of the Alumni Association, Dr. Varsha Swamy. Hunan Ahmad. Congratulations. The next group of students will be coated by Dr. Sandeep Grewal. Kazi Ahmad. Karima Alganam. Brianna Anderson. Shiva Aref. Gale Asatorian. Shireen Aziz. Daniel Bach. Kaylee Bay. Sonia Beck. Natalie Bond. Matthew Bang. Justin Bayonetto. Jatine Bahar. Samir Bangu. Hakirin Basin. Harnoor Bati. Paramveer Brar. Andy Calixto Lopez. Natasha Chandra. Katrina Chavez. Shringala Shaluri. Eden Schlush. Serena Chen. Justin Chivelek. Rodrigo Cuevas Quells. Joshua Collins. Erica Dow. Gianna Daflantis. Phil De Vera. Ashwin Singh Dillon. Thank you so much, Dr. Grewal. The next group of students will be coded by Dr. Jared Hamying. Tanya Diman. Artie Dixit. Timothy Doe. Simran Dosanjh. New Zealand. Matthew Dylan Ellis. Brianna Escobar. Leslie Espendola Cuevas. Ramsha Farouk. Audrey Feldman. Jake Finkelstein Boehm. Husna Formoli. Martin Galindo. Shaheen Jeramani. Sharayeh Jeramani. Sagar Giar. Rola Gobashi. Akashdeep Gill. Noah Gerges. Gracie Isabella Grander. Abigail Gregorian. Brooke Gunther. Renee Guerra. Alexis Gutierrez Muro. Charlotte Hariri. Ryan Hyo. Emily Sue. Rebecca Mai Huynh. Sophia James. Sneha Jariwala. Samantar Joshi. Thank you so much, Dr. Hamding. The next group of students will be coded by Dr. Sidney James. Audrey Cow. Arushi Kapoor. Sapir Karimi. Camelia Kashani. Erica Kelly. Madeline Kidd. Tom Kim. Dasha Kovalenko. Brian Coe. Ethan Koos. Ankita Lakotia. An Lei. That's cute. Okay. Trish Lee. Trish Lee. Brian Lee. Sarah Lee. Savannah Lee. Jason Lee. Eric Liu. Rachel Lowe. Christopher Lopez. Daryl Lumbres. Sylvie Nachi Lu. Judith Magana. Angela Manabat. Adrian Marmolejo. Rachel Mays. Matthew McDougall. Sarah Meek. Janessa Mendoza. Zachary Miller. Frances Diane Mina. Thank you so much, Dr. James. The next group of students will be coded by Dr. Jan Pryor. Teacher Mayuka Muganti. Ashia Musani. Bardia Museni. John Nemi. Kathleen Nagubi Navarro. Aniruth Nayak. Andrew Nguyen. Kwok Nguyen. Nurek Ohanian. Ashley Okavat. Andrew Oe. Donnie Oosh. Kaylee Pace. Keena Patel. Amelia Peterson. Philip Pham. Tammy Pham. Sarah Pott. Fatima Karashi. Manbir Randawa. Vaishnavi Ravi. Isabel Rolina. Christian Salazar. Jacqueline Samra. Claire Schmidt. Gabriela Cito. Sarah Shahada. Ishkoha Silva. Dayanid Joga Singh. Michelle Smith. Kevin Soon. Thank you so much, Dr. Pryor. The next group of students will be coded by Dr. Paula Schieriotti. Hannah Strife. Kate Swerfiger. Kion Tagizade. Anna Telspor Hayden. Jason Tan. Armin Tegonesian. David Benjamin Torres. Lorena Torres. Kevin Tran. Nina Tran. Sabrina Tu. Rushab Ukash Kumar. Vanessa Valdovinos. Anderson Bertanian. Blake Vieira. David Bowe. Angel Wabi. Elena Waliyar. Beatrice Vair. Nikolai Welter. Victoria Whitcomb. Jacob Weens. George Wilkins. Pierre Williamson. Joshua Wu. Zachary Yamada. Jasmine Yang. Tad Yang. Fatima Zabiba. Hanyi Zhao. Angel Zarabian. And that concludes the reading of the names. Thank you, Dr. Scariotti. I'll hand it over to Dr. Pinedo.
Wow. Wow. Thank you, Dr. Cashton and Swami and Dr. Grewal, Dr. Hamying, Dr. Sidney James, Dr. Pryor, Dr. Paula Scariotti, for coding our newest medical students in the Central Valley. Let's give them a round of applause. I think the hardest job is reading all the names. So special thanks to Dr. Duke Chung for accomplishing that feat. Faculty, would you please stand, and family and friends, please stand. I present to you the CHSU Com Class of 2028. All right, if you would all be seated, I'm now going to ask the class of 28 to stand, turn around, and show your appreciation for the support you've received from your family and friends. Wonderful. You can remain standing because I'm going to invite Dr. Lisa Chun to lead our student doctors and other physicians in the audience in reciting the Osteopathic Oath.
Thank you very much, Dr. Grenado. So for those of you who would like to recite the oath, the Osteopathic Oath is found at the back page of your program. We'll start together and recite this alongside each other on the count of 2. 1, 2. I do hereby affirm the loyalty to the profession I am about to enter. I will be mindful always of my great responsibility to preserve the health and life of my patients, to retain their confidence and respect, both as a physician and a friend, who will guard their secrets with scrupulous honor and fidelity, to perform faithfully my professional duties, to employ only those recognized methods of treatment consistent with good judgment and with my skill and ability, keeping in mind always nature's laws and the body's inherent capacity for recovery. I will be ever vigilant in aiding in the general welfare of the community, sustaining its laws and institutions, not engaging in those practices which will in any way bring shame or discredit upon myself or my profession. I will give no drugs for deadly purposes to any person that would be asked of me. I will endeavor to work in accord with my colleagues in a spirit of progressive cooperation, and never by word, by act, cast imputations upon them of my rightful practices. I will look with respect and esteem upon those who have taught me my art. To my college, I will be loyal and strive always for its best interests and for the interests of the students who will come after me. I will be ever alert to my further application of basic biologic proofs to the healing arts, and to develop the principles of osteopathy to which were first enunciated by Dr. Andrew Taylor Still. Thank you. Thank you very much. You may be seated.
Thank you, Dr. Chun. It's a tradition, one of our traditions, to have all of the osteopathic physicians recite their oath each time she leads us. Thank you. So, student doctors, now when someone in patient care setting now looks at you and sees you wearing a short white coat, it indicates to them that you are a learner because it's a short white coat. They may not know that. It's a symbolism. It's a costume we all wear on the stage, on the art, on the show of medicine. Over the next 4 years, we will provide you the scientific and clinical tools you'll need to ultimately become doctors. And just as importantly, that white coat symbolizes many other essential parts of your education. The standard of professionalism, caring, humanism. It's an emblem of trust you earn from your patient each and every time you see them, and it's an emblem of trust you display when they see you. Now, to the family and friends in the audience, I'm going to remind you, this is unprecedented time for the student. They will be busier than you have ever seen them. It's part of medical education. So don't be surprised when maybe sometimes their priority shifts from something your family's doing to something they're studying, causing them to perhaps miss an important family gathering. Because it's the serious work that they must master in order to earn the trust of the patients they see. They will spend much of their free time studying and most days preparing for the next quiz, the next RAT, the next exam, the next assignment. This is all as a commitment to the profession they have entered and to the commitment towards caring for patients and wearing this emblem of trust they're asking the patients for. Now, students, your serious dedication and work must be balanced with humanism. Humanism is making sure the patient in front of you knows that they are the most important thing on the physician's mind during that encounter. These will be powerful connections you will make with other human beings, unlike any other profession. Patients will respect the connection that comes with seeing a doctor and them letting their guard down and placing their trust in you. That deep respect and vulnerability that patient shows is unlike any other profession. That's why we refer to it as professionalism. You develop your professionalism through relationships, through reflection, and the resilience. Those things you wear all the time, even when people don't see them, even when you're not wearing the white coat. But when you put on the coat, each and every time we put on the coat, let it remind you of that distinct honor, the honor to provide care for another person who has trusted you to do that. At some point, you may shift your training in your head from a goal of just setting the next exam, my next accomplishment, to something bigger. And that bigger thing is you're here to earn the trust of the patient and to do what you all, I'm sure, said in your personal statement, that you want to help people. It's not about you anymore. It's about the patient, and it's about you getting to be the best master of the material so that patients who trust you will have seen the professionalism side of you that you have earned that trust. Dr. Cashton referenced something important I'm going to reiterate, and that is, yes, your words are very powerful when you interact with a patient, but listening to them and letting them be heard is equally as powerful. At the end of the day, all your patients really want from you is your advice, your opinion, but more importantly, your understanding. So now you are officially part of one of the most noble, time-honored, impactful professions, and you will change healthcare and the healthcare landscape in the Central Valley for generations to come, starting right here, right now. To everyone, as you might imagine, this sort of grand event requires months of preparation and planning, rehearsals, and so let us thank the Student Affairs Departments, the Marketing Department, and all the volunteers from California Health Sciences University for their tremendous behind-the-scenes and tireless efforts to put on this wonderful ceremony. All right, to all the guests, we'll ask that you kindly remain seated now as our students recess from the auditorium. Students, please stand and begin your recessional. On behalf of the trustees and administration and the faculty and staff who are here today, I'd like to thank you all for joining us in this wonderful opportunity to celebrate the class of 2028. This concludes our ceremonies. You're free to leave. Thank you so much.